Oh, we didn't find this last time. Over the last few days, a lack of resources forced the death investigation of Pierre de Bras to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body, conducted over the last few weeks, didn't reveal any clue that could have helped the investigators, who refused to comment on what would happen next. The new development is happening in the context of the hypothesis of an accident, which is still, in spite of the skepticism expressed by the local population, the ongoing official cause of death provided by the authorities. The incident is said to have occurred in the forest surrounding Lake Amtepec. Pierre Blas was found lifeless 2 weeks ago near a footpath leading to the soon-to-be restarted copper mine. Blas, an engineer by training who was working on behalf of the consortium headed by William Hamilton, was reportedly in charge of the development plans surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, the police had disclosed that the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is that it was partly devoured by the beasts, hence the original assumption that a crime had been committed. Huh. And this is where we left off last time. I actually had to backtrack a bit in order to get back to this house. Oh, he left the fridge open. The wolf knows how to open up the fridge? Yeah, I decided to end it off, but it put me back at the tent that I got to last time. So I'm not quite where I left off originally. So I had to backtrack a little bit. And while I was re-exploring the house to make sure everything would go forward like normal, I found the newspaper that was here in the bathroom. Alright, let's go out of here. I want to explore the little shed next door and the backyard here. And then I think I might make my way back to the car for easier transport. Because... my footprints from last time coming in here are still here. But not footprints of the wolf. Interesting. How can I not unlock it? Didn't I just pick up the key inside? Huh.
A key? What could it be for?
Here's the key.
The garden shed? Carl couldn't reach it with his arm alone, but he had more than a few tricks up his sleeve to pick it up.
What was the trick? I didn't notice. Really didn't. Ooh, fire stars. We've been running low on those. The chainsaw doesn't work. That's kind of bad considering what the dude does for a living. Flares. This could be helpful. Ashtray. Wait, was that... hardware. And nothing. A hammer. I got a hammer! What about you? And nothing left in the shed. Okay, let's close the door. Be polite. Ooh. Yes! Another empty bottle in the place where my YouTube channel lay. Alright, so what's going on back here? Turn off the flashlight. How many logs can I carry? Carl's inventory is full because I got too many logs. I should put some of those in the back of my... I guess it's a truck. I want to say it's a car, but I guess it's not fully accurate. Okay, it looks like there's not really anything to explore out here. Out back. Let's make my way back to the car. Also, I kind of feel like... I say make my way back to the car, but really I wanted to warm up first. I say make my way back to the car, but I also kind of want to go past that ice pillar again. And this time, like, when I get to the top of the hill that's to the right of it, going left so I try to go past the ice wall, rather than go to the right, which brought me back to the road that I'm now running towards. So, I'll jump cut over to there. If anything happens, I'll come back sooner. Hey, my truck's here and facing the other way. And still running. Let's deposit some firewood. So deposit that. Deposit 2 flares. Whoa, no, I should probably bring that back. Wired mag. Oh, is that how I got the keys out last time? I don't even know. Bring the gun back. Alright, let's go explore this ice wall one more time. So here's the people again.
The further Carl moved away from the ice block, the more his senses came back to him.
So you can't straight up go left, but... this is a bit of a break area. No. You can't go past the ice wall, I guess. Alright then, let's go back to the car and explore more houses. See what's up with this truck. I'm exploring any house or any vehicle that I run across.
To be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not.
This looks more like a crash. There's no way to get into it. I need to find keys for it somewhere. I'm really wondering whose body that is out in the woods. Frozen. Ooh, I didn't notice this earlier.
The crossbow bolts had the same origin. Carl was sure of it. Who was it? And more importantly, what was being hunted like this?
And why are all the arrows glowing? Like they're on fire. Are they enchanted with something? I don't think any developments have happened. Let's fill up another bottle while we're here. Nothing new here to look at. Let's move on. Sorry, man. Doesn't mean to intrude on your home again. And it'll close on its own. Broken fence right here. Does that mean something? Ah. Curiosity is getting the best of me. Lockbox. Letter from Marie, my sweet Marie. If you're holding this letter, it means you've figured out every puzzle. Congratulations. You will be happy to know that we can now bring these treasures back to Mr. Roy. My father would tell you that you fear the good Lord too much. Your friend, Martin. Martin is in the woodcutter dude? There's another house. Just on Roy's house. Or wolf footprints. The wolves are kind of the key to all this. It's a doghouse. Where's the dog? Let's go inside. Ooh. Search my channel. Fast bottle. Pick it up. Note from Janine Roy. We fled. It was getting too dangerous. More people live in North Menistan. It will be safer there.
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
So that's normal for a Canadian house? Any Canadians watching confirm that for me. Confirm or deny it. Either one works. Another letter? Ooh, a long one. The Fantasy, page 1. Matthew had yet to add murderer to his curriculum. He was fond of the new experiences, especially the most thrilling ones, and taking the life of a flesh and bone individual, who the night before was still able to think, Dream, fantasize, calculate, read, held the promise of exhilarating sensations. Unlike Raskolnikov, it wasn't about axing an old Jewish hag to pieces to test some lunatic theory. Not at all. Matthew was just, I'm just gonna say it like that, just wanted to know how it felt. It seemed so simple, horrifyingly simple. He didn't have any particular victim in mind. Like most people, his desires ran quite wildly, so he only had a vague idea of them in mind. He pondered using a rifle or a knife, assassinating a young girl or an old man. He tried to focus on practicality. His victim would have to be defenseless. Bodybuilding wasn't exactly Matthew's strong suit. He would have to act spontaneously, but not too much. He wasn't that eager to learn what spending the rest of his life in prison would be like. Some experiences carry just too high a cost to be worth it, really. Why is that written down with the title Fantasy? That's a dark, twisted fantasy. It's not beautiful like Kanye's. No, let me in. Don't close on me. Oh, it opens both ways. Close. Anything worthwhile in this house? So far, nothing but the normal pots and pans and all that stuff. Ooh, matches? No. Let me get the matches. Still nothing different, spectacular, or special. Cookie jars are always too high out of reach. Not the one that had all that money in it that we were somehow disappointed there was no cookies. Oh, there's a Coca-Cola in there.
Just one more move and White is checkmated. Game over. It seems the game was abandoned right before the final strike came down.
Huh. That's disappointing if you like chess. Nothing. Yep. Typically nothing. Fire starter. Hanging garlic. Nothing out of the ordinary.
The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends.
Uh-huh. A box of toilet paper. Ooh, painkillers. Can I fill up my bottle? I got 3 full bottles of water. Nothing. Ooh, another picture.
A picture of Wilfred in his youth. Carl figured right away that the man must have been some kind of wildlife officer.
It's possible.
The couple radiated something akin to lightheartedness, to freedom. Perhaps some people out there truly found a way to live happily ever after.
Well, apparently not, because they fled their home. Also, how can you get all that from that picture? Wait, there's an icon there. Can't get to it. Cigarettes. Another letter. The fantasy, page 2. It was around the time that Matthew met Beatrice. A mediocre beauty at best. The girl, with her distinctive features, cheeks covered with large pock-like freckles, June nose, oily forehead, tired but vibrant eyes, shaded red hair, slender as a child body, chirpy laugh. You name it, it was the very image of innocence. That happened to be precisely the kind of victim Matthew was picturing in his mind, though. One night, as he was contemplating the ceiling from his bed, he swore to himself again and again, "I'll kill her." His dreams were later filled with the images of imminent crime. He had come up with a simple enough plan. One fine evening, he would visit her place and become familiar with the area's intricacies and feel closer to the impending murder, to slowly dig into Beatrice's thoughts, desires, dreams, and abilities. This way, he would be able to get a concrete sense of what his sinister deed would be stripping away from the very fabric of life. The whole thing would take 2 days, a week at most. Is this something that someone in this house is writing or reading?
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Rois drove out of town with their closet in tow.
Canoply? Canoply, you win if you pass go. It's like a bad version of Monopoly. Oh, it's probably page 3, right? I really don't want to read it, if I'm being honest. More ammo. Okay, one of these is page 3, another one's page 4, or something else. One of them is definitely page 3, though. No. We gotta read page 3 first. Okay. The first time he met Beatrice, however, she unexpectedly revealed her troubled origins to Matthew. She was adopted at the age of 4, and recalling her life still gave her a hard time. She played the piano in so graceful a manner that people often thought she may be the natural offspring of a musical virtuoso. She also cried before falling asleep, torn from the inside by the dreadful pain she couldn't explain. She confided to him so profoundly that Matthew couldn't get enough, coming back every night to learn every single thing of what would come out of that delicate mouth after pulling one last breath out of it. Every night, he reflected on what the death of Beatrice would mean in terms of losses to humanity's common heritage, be it the sound of her sobbing or her piano melodies, the compulsive tapping of her long index finger on her temple when she harbored dark thoughts, or any other little thing. It didn't matter. Everything would indiscriminately vanish. Everything! All these thoughts made for some blissful slumbers indeed. The days became weeks, and before he knew it, it was Matthew's turn to throw his secrets at her. His hopes, his cries of despair, as if throwing coins in a wishing well. She'll be dead by the end of the month, he promised himself. Alright, where's the other page? Documents. 4.
A murderer's diary. Carl's detective training compelled him to write some excerpts down.
So wait,
What sort of monster could give life to such a bizarre tale?
so don't tell me this is actually what someone wanted to do. The two lovebirds were still going at it 7 months later, though confiding fears and desires alike near the fireplace several days a week. The populace took notice, and wounding words eventually found their way to Matthew's ears, prompting him to take action to prove his gentlemanship. He had to ask Beatrice's hand in marriage. He would have more than enough time to kill her later. Today, when Matthew stares at the motionless ceiling, just like he did 20 years ago, he still wonders what he would be removing from existence by slitting Beatrice's throat. What would he be depriving his children of? Then, as if soothed by his fantasy, he gently drifts off, smiling the night away. Drifts off how? Is there a page 5? Or is that the end of the story? I didn't like that story. Ah, the prompt went away. I guess because it was supposed to be for that bag. And I wasn't supposed to get it through the wall. There you go, man. Alright. Well, I guess that's it for in here. Make sure I'm nice and warm, and back out to the car. Or I can follow the wolf footprints. Let's do that. As they go this way. I wonder what they're eating. There's another house over here. Or a shed. It's a shed. Matches. Start a fire. These empty bottles? No, it's beer. For some reason you only grabbed one. We're able to go inside. Let's close it for safekeeping. Okay, what do we got? Another flare. Nothing. Magnet. More ammo. More fire starter. More film. What happened with this mirror? That's odd. Looks like that's it for the shed. Alright, they still haven't reacted to me. Which means I should still be good. But this path keeps going. There's 2 wolves right there. I feel like
Jean-Luc Bédard had without a doubt been the closest man in the village to William Hamilton, otherwise known as Uncle Willie.
Where did that come from? And there's got to be something up with the trees, the way that they are. It's like this. Another log, warm up, keep moving. Wait. It's another house. Let's be real, I've kind of completely abandoned the truck at this point. I should go explore the house and then follow the footprints. Wait, is this the person that we were just talking about?
Carl was no burglar. He didn't need to resort to petty techniques such as window breaking to find his way in.
Can I
A
though?
good detective simply looks for keys
Like
where
under the
gullible
mesh.
souls hide them. The house smelled like incense, the kind that reminds you of the good Lord, of peace.
Start a fire to get warm again. No loose change in the cracks. Yeah, because that's what I was really hoping for. Potatoes! Enough food for rough times. Bible.
Religion was very influential throughout Quebec many years ago. Indeed, it was surprising that Carl did not come across a single chapel since arriving here.
True. TV is on the other side. So? How do they draw the sun? Through skill. You don't always move in straight lines with that. People know how to maneuver with an Etch-a-Sketch. I'm not one of them, but I've seen people that know how to maneuver with an Etch-a-Sketch. Attach wire. I don't have a magnet for it. Polaroid film. Pick a phone. Probably nothing. More matches. More steak. That's most definitely supposed to help out with the wolves.
The perfect cookie-cutter Catholic family, most likely attending church every Sunday.
But where's the church? Didn't you just say we didn't see a chapel? Bathroom. There's never anything of these. These reusable diapers?
The
Must be.
family's mother must have spent her days washing the filth off her kids' diapers.
Poor mother. Though probably a lot more environmentally friendly. Dream catchers.
Dream catchers originated from First Nations legends. They were used to trap nightmares.
Only nightmares? Not sweet dreams?
Carl wasn't desperate enough to invade a village woman's privacy.
We've already done that though!
Carl wasn't desperate
Oh my
enough
gosh.
to invade a village woman's privacy.
I want to though. Works of art from a future artist. Seems pretty good for a kid. Oh, but we can read the kids' diaries. Marie's diary, page 1. Oh, this is the one that girl that Martin wrote to. August 16th. I have a diary just like Mom. Unlike her, though, I don't wear a long face when writing. She's got a miserable time. Yeah, the cookie cutter perfect Catholic family. But I do love to write my thoughts. And about Martin most of all. I love talking about him. I think he loves me too. Just like in Romeo and Juliet, people don't like it when I see him. Only because he's a boss. A boss. I don't know. But just like in the story, nothing can stand in the way of true love. To the point they kill themselves together. Yeah. Little kids should still at least know what happens at the end of that. August 18th. I lost appetite. Can't sleep anymore. Every waking hour, intense shivers run through my body. Dad's making me see Dr. Gepre. Is that supposed to be the full name? Beaupre? With his big hands touching my everywhere, his foul breath exhaling all over my face. Yuck. I'm not sick. I'm in love. I love Martin so much. There's nothing I like better than thinking about us playing together, like we always do. I wonder if he found the key I lost the other day. He was pretty sad when I did, because it's for Dad's garden shed, and Martin has always been afraid of him. Is that the key that I found in his house? Ooh. I think Martin's dad is a bit like Dad's god. The key fell in a burrow next to the shed. Poor Martin. He cried like a baby, but I still love him. Okay, no. We already dealt with that. But how she described the doctor, I'm not liking that. Not liking that at all. Feels like there's definitely something wrong. Alright. Well, nothing left in here. So I guess we'll head on out then. Let's check the shed. Then after that, I'll return to following those tracks. This is the biggest shed yet. It's a full-on garage. Left the radio on. Hardware. Turn on. You can stay on and sort it. Nah. Those aren't bricks of...
A true Catholic always strives to keep lowly temptations at bay. Obviously, Carl thought, someone in this house wasn't doing a good job at upholding the Holy Bible's teachings.
Looks like someone had to hide their habits. Yeah, that happens in marriages. It really does. It really, really does. But if one of them dies, the one with the habit dies. The other one definitely finds out about stuff. Definitely finds out. I can tell you that much. And it kind of hurts for the person left behind. It's another face. You know what? These look so realistic. What if they're actually like the people around here? They just got turned into these wooden totems. That'd be creepy.
Carl smiled at the sight of the nicely protected garden.
Is it really nicely protected?
Hopefully, the Bedards had managed to dig every last potato out before the sudden snowfall.
What do you mean, hopefully? They're gone. But they did have a lot of potatoes. You know, you may think following a wolf's footprints probably isn't the best idea. And I'd answer with, yeah, you're right. However, I'm still gonna do it. Looks like that father with a drinking problem
More
might have
materials were
still
needed
come
to
out
stir
here.
up the flames.
Hold on. We can get some wood. I want to get a fire started at every single location. I really don't have wood in here. Well, I might have to leave this fire pit alone, if you can call that. There's a crate here. Letter. From the road, I'm guessing. It's a little map. Seems to follow the river. Guess I'm getting really cold now. There's a pile of wood around here. I could start a fire. There isn't one. It's a dock.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
As long as he can. Is this the general store? It is. The footprints brought us all the way back to. Inventory is so full I can't pick up wood. Should I fill up the gas can just in case? Probably should. Ooh, what's this? Torn paper. Let it be known you're nothing more than
What's
a...
in the air? Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
A brigand, a robber, a garbage hoard, a viper, a leech, a monster. You're holding a knife at my throat. Too bad for me, but... But what? But what? You can't just leave it as an empty thought. Alright, let me see about filling up this gas can. Alright, it's turned on. Let's fill it up and then go get the truck again. Never mind, I can't fill it up. Guess I'll deposit it for now then? Ooh, there's a letter inside this mailbox. Dear Mr. Roy, I'm writing this because I feel guilty. The other day, Martin and I were taking a stroll not far from your house, and we saw that the door to your shed was open. I wanted us to mind our own business, but Martin likes living on the edge. Took a few shiny things, including some bullets. Now my dad always told me never to play with those things, so I immediately put them back, but Martin hid the other things. I confess, Mr. Roy, I have so many regrets, but I mustn't call the police. But you mustn't call the police. You won't call them, will you? My father would be so angry. I will bring back all of your things, I promise. Marie. Martin, why are you being a troublemaker for Marie? Ah, there's the truck. Deposit. Alright, I'm gonna keep everything else on me for right now. Let's continue on. I really didn't need to go through the fence there. It literally just led to another house. But I did hit 2 houses along the way. So I believe this is one of the houses I already explored, right? Ooh, there's a letter inside.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
My sweet Marie, may the treasure hunt begin. I've hidden wonderful little things for you to find all over the village. Following my clues, you're holding in your hands the first map. The hunt begins at my place. You're so clever, I'm certain you will find everything. Martin. Interesting. So maybe we should follow his map. It might actually lead us somewhere. Even though I supposedly already found like the last thing that needed to be found. Wait, whose place is this? There's a letter inside here too. Letter for Giles. To Mr. Giles Lachance, in South Menistan. Dear Mr. Lachance, I have carefully taken note of your complaint regarding the collapse of a natural cave on your property. However, given the absence of any actual damage or injury, we cannot move forward with this investigation. The natural cave cannot be considered a personal belonging. Furthermore, your claims regarding the landslides caused by the work in the new DW Inc. mine seems outlandish, as the mine is miles away from your property. Also, it is imperative that you secure your property, as you would be held accountable for any injuries caused by the steep terrain. This is where Crying Wolf leaves you. Wow. What a jerk letter. Gotta go get warm. Gotta go get warm. Can't be frozen. Can't be frozen. Oh. Ignore the sharp pain in your ears. Alright, we're back at the gas station. However, not getting gas. I'm not even going the same way I came before. Let's go down this road. Unexplored territory. Maybe this will lead me to something good. Another bridge. Very rickety bridge. See why it tells you to go 10 miles per hour. I don't even think that's slow enough. We're in the western part of town. Is this the way to the hospital? Bring ourselves around. And here we go. We're gonna find another arrow shot into one of these pillars. Clinic of the doctor. So this is the one that Marie talked about in her diary. Big cold hands touching her everywhere. It's not right. There's nothing under the carpet.
Finding a locked door in the country is not that big of a deal.
Doctor's note. Medical
Carl
emergency in
knew a
town.
key
The
had to be
doctor
hidden
is
nearby.
there is sick. I'll be back soon. If he dies, I won't be
There should
returning.
a
I'll
law
have to replace
forbidding
him.
doctors from falling sick.
Should be all... Shut up. It's conveniently a fire starter underneath. Wolf paw prints. That's interesting. A lantern. I still had inventory space for that. Oh, this is kind of cozy. Doesn't help. Just kind of cozy. Tape. Please use the other door. But I want to go through that door. Wait, mailbox. The key. Yes. Open up.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
I don't like hearing that. Aw, his wife. Oh, it's a spect. I don't have a magnet.
For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
I wonder if he had a problem or if he just had that for someone in the village. So far, nothing.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict.
Why not pick it up and
Within
use
these
it?
miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in
My
a
nightmare.
slaughterhouse than in a doctor's
Okay.
office.
The doctor is apparently fascinated by history. Earth doesn't look so big from... Shut up. Store in a cool, dry place with constant temperature, they said. Huh. First aid kit. It's good to have in here.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Why? Why is the chamber pot there? Communist Manifesto. What?
A communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book?
Maybe he was a communist. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles. Free man and slave. Is that patrician and plebeian? Lord and serf, guildmaster and journeyman. In a word, oppressor and oppressed. Stood in constant opposition to one another. Carried on an uninterrupted, now hidden, now open fight. Huh? Now hidden, now open. A fight that each time ended either in a revolutionary reconstruction of society at large, or in the common ruin of the contending classes. In the earlier epochs of history, we find almost everywhere a complicated arrangement of society in various orders, a manifold graduation of social rank. In ancient Rome, we have patricians, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced, knights, plebeians, slaves. In the Middle Ages, feudal lords, vassals, guildmasters, journeymen, apprentices, serfs, and almost all these classes, again, subordinate graduations. Why did he have that? Medical files?
Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling, but back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
He ain't talking about teeth. Unknown woman. I never did quite catch her name. The men called her Laura, or Lore. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood. The bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The men had found her like this, they said. I doubt it, but in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. The whole thing sickens me. What's going on there?
The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
Oh! It might be. I forgot about that. The picture that we have. It's her. It's exactly her. This one's in color and the one that we have is in black and white. That probably was the doctor that we had a run-in with on the way here. Something's up with that doctor. Where did the doctor go? Why would he just abandon his car, especially when...
The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries.
Especially when he was just in an accident where another person is injured. Why would the doctor run away?
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident. Someone's hand...
No, we just read about this. This is that
hunting accident.
Or person.
In any case, whoever had lost
have
all
a
this
light in
blood
here?
couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead.
Take out the camera. Are we even going to be able to see anything? It's much too dark. There's got to be some way to provide light in here. Or maybe not. Wait, lantern. There we go. Okay, now we got a picture. Wait, I threw it away. Now we got a picture that we can keep that actually shows what happened there. Alright, let's look around the place a little bit. And then we'll leave. Ah, wolf paw prints again. Fine, I'll follow for a little bit.
Great care had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
It's telling a lot of weird stories. What's in here? How do I get in here? Fire starter. Can I get in here? Is there a way? The road leads right by this place. Let's go back and get the car. Alright, let's go see what else we can find. Saw this on the walk back. What's going on this way? Looks like another house and shed. Rosardi house. Rosier house? I don't know. I'm really bad with names. First, check the shed. It's locked. Can I bust it with a cinder block? From a channel. And it's only fire starter. Let's deposit wood in here. So that way we always have some. Okay, is there anything on this terrace? No. Right, to the house we go. Maybe there's a key for the shed in here. Oh, shoot!
Oh, mon bonhomme.
There's actually a person around here. Hi. How are you?
Je m'attendais pas à
Wasn't
ce
expecting
qu'un
a stranger to show up here.
M'a dire.
Let me tell you, how much for talking since things been creeping around here.
Et puis bang 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 si ça s'approche.
Well, he's good-natured. After the gunshot. Talk.
Si tu veux du linge chaud parce que t'es
If you need warm clothes, city boy,
je dirais pas non.
I won't say no to a bottle of
Puis
caribou.
tu pigeras ce que tu voudras parmi mes
You can pick up whatever rags suit you. I don't think I have any. Let me go check my truck. Just don't shoot me on the way back in. I really wasn't expecting to find anybody here. How do we know that we have what he wants? I don't think I have his specific drink. But it'd be nice to have it. So don't shoot me, don't shoot me.
Tu m'amènes un bon galon de caribou puis on devient amis. Sinon, mon petit gars, tu sors avant que je te sorte.
Okay, fine. I'll go out and find it and then I'll come back. Old jerk. A gallon of caribou. So it's not just an animal? Make sure I don't crash into his house. Where's Woods? Let's get back to the road.
There was so much in this cabin to enrich body and mind. Carl couldn't leave empty-handed.
Well, I had to. I don't have anything to give him. He has a specific, I guess, drink that he wants. A gallon of it. I gotta go find it elsewhere and then I can come back to him. Yeah, I'll be back, you crazy old man. I'll be back. Oop. That was bad on my part. What do you expect in a car that doesn't handle well and in the snow? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out. More of that ice. See if we can see anything if we take a picture here. Footprints going this way? Going that way. Wolf tracks going this way. Nice split here. Is this another ice wall? Icy cavern. They ran away.
The cold seemed to be more brutal here than anywhere else. It seeped into bones and into every breath to get to the heart until it stopped. Carl needed to be dressed in warm clothes to survive.
So yeah, I need that old man's jacket. Yeah, I can't stop until I get to another house. Can't go.
Carl wondered how long he would have to.
I know.
Skin
Shut
stinging
up.
cold.
Let's go find a place where we can hunker down. Here? I definitely just saw another ice patch. Another truck, but also a house. House of the Patriot. What type of title is that? Wonder, is there gonna be another crazy old man with a shotgun waiting for me in here?
The place looked more like a pigsty than a house. A heavy stench of curdled milk, cheap alcohol, and boiled cauliflower filled the air.
Who boils cauliflower? Is that actually how you handle it? Why wash dishes when clean ones are within reach? Dang. How did this dude live? Ugh. Gun rack. A gun rack. No guns on it.
You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death.
Is that where the cauliflower smell comes from? Oh. So this is where you do it. Drawers are overrated. I wonder if I can fill up the gas can.
The rag reeked of fermented vomit.
From...
Carl wondered how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid
I'm
conditions.
starting to wonder it too.
Carl now knew how to quench the drunkard's thirst.
White whiskey. Too much isn't a valid quantifier for that. Surely wine for added mellowness. Okay. So... Long Island iced tea, gin fizz. Okay, recipes. A wallet.
At Jean Blouin. Seems like that pig had a name after all.
I don't feel comfortable with calling him a pig. Although I understand why he's saying it.
Rock music invaded the minds of men even in the remotest of places.
Oh, don't
The
tell
man
me he's a
didn't
hipster
own
hater.
turntable, though, so there's that going for him.
He can easily jack one out of one of these houses. What's this? His note.
Back then, in Africa and elsewhere, people were ready to take up arms to stand against the yoke of English imperialism. In Montreal, mailboxes were blown up, abductions were carried out, and violent manifestos were distributed to media outlets. But around here, in the great northernmost, all a man could do is curse out loud against a faraway evil and pray for the revolution to arise. That man, by any reckoning, was from that very stock.
Okay. Quebec liberation will happen by force or not at all. We will prevail. So he would be described probably as a hippie. To which my guy Carl probably does not like. Probably an old man that does not like hippie stuff. Take out the camera. Yeah, it seems like the things that have the footprints keep arising from these piles of ice. Wait. This one goes around it. It comes from here and then hangs a Larry. As they say up here in Canada, apparently.
With a homemade shooting range such as this, it wasn't hard to imagine a stray bullet ending its course inside the flesh of an unsuspecting passerby.
That reminds me of a
Carl thought.
picture.
There wasn't much in the way of passersby around here.
Still. Interesting that they went with the name House of the Patriot, though. Cigarettes. Okay. That can close on its own. Let me try few things. Then I'll probably end this off, depending on if they work or not. Also, let's check his truck.
That truck had obviously seen its share of gravel roads. Carl wasn't a mechanic, but he could easily tell that only the most heartfelt prayer would bring this old beater back from its slumber. With that cold, however, it was more likely that it would wait until next spring to wake up.
Footprints. Footprints look like they're walking this way now. Is this the one that goes straight that way and then hangs the Larry? Just might be. Drink the bottle of water. Wait, water makes my sanity go down? Are you kidding? Let me drink one more. Oh no, it goes up. Okay. It was being outside, it was making it go down. It was just showing me that it was going back down. Being outside. What's this other bottle that I need? Apparently I need another type of bottle. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to end this here, especially since it's saving in the corner now. So that's going to be it for this one. I'll be back with more next time. Thanks so much for watching, and until that next time, deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K, wet working. The roaches get the rain spray. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention